jump on?
I don't know. He called me. I didn't call him back.
All right.
If he hops in here, I'll send him the stuff he wants to come on. I know we did a break today.
Jump on.
Oh. There's that. Post this. Oh, shoot. I forgot to put the dang link on here. Damn it.
I'm just waiting for my computer to stop acting stupid. I'm gonna have to restart my computer. Piece of shit.
What's up, Magnus? St. Louis Cardinals fan. Just getting some stuff set up here real quick.
What's up, y'all? Give me a minute. My computer is acting stupid. Holy shit, Eureka, I'm in.
Yeah, early today. Now we're in the wintertime, Magnus. A little bit earlier. I'm going to try to go up to another show tomorrow, see the same cards I saw the last 2-3 weeks straight. Maybe see a little different. Promoted on what? Wait. Let's say there. Dang it. Promoted on the NFT boosters. No idea what that means. I'm not part of the group. And I'm not a real NFT expert, though. All right, let's see here. People starting to float in now. Man, I'll tell you what, Topps pushed all of its product for the rest of the month. All we're going to see now is Chrome, Allen and Ginter, Bowman Inception, Draft, and possibly Bowman's Best for the year. There was like 8 products all coming out at one time, to include like Garbage Pail Kids and everything else. That Platinum Anniversary is not even going to come out now. I think it's like middle of January, end of January. What's up, Brian? Heard you had some car issues today. Let's see. What do we got there? Hey, just so everybody's tracking, I am working on the next Extreme pack, but it's not going to be like the last one to where it's like $100. You're guaranteed to get $100 and at least the minimum out of it. They're going to be like $50. So it'll be like 1 or 2 cards per pack. Looking at, I'll try to do it before the year's out, but it might not make it because right now I'm sitting in like 5 or 6 cards only that I'd actually stick in, and maybe a few more that are on the other side here. So I'll look to keep going at it. I just don't want to send stuff to SGC and throw it in there knowing that there's not a whole lot of value there. Oh, heck, it's coming out like 2 or 3 weeks before Series 1 right now. I mean, if they delay it anymore, Magnus, we'll see Series 1 out before it. That'll be odd. I'll give a few minutes for everybody to start coming in here before I start flapping away at the gums. Well, I know we'll probably hit the biggest one first, the PSA regular service coming back with the allocation piece. Oh, that sucks, Magnus.
That sucks.
You know, Topps may honor it too because it's such a big, rare card if it's published right on social media. I mean, I don't know if they still have the card there or not. I mean, that's one of them bigger cards they'd have to use for a replacement somewhere. I mean, I've had it before where I've talked, you have to wait forever for Topps to come on the phone and then they'll have you mail it in, but I would make photocopies of everything, certify it.
Take a picture of the pack, take a picture of the box.
I'd video it all.
Definitely. All right, I'll be back. I gotta take my plate in. I'll be back in a minute.
What's up, Troy? Yeah. Tonight I'm going to do a little bit more talking. There's just a lot that really transpired over the last week out there. I mean, you can hit all the new product. Well, what's on my phone? Product release. I got to watch because they got a tornado thingy going on out here. But, you know, it's been insane. You know, there's a lot with PSA. There's been some talk with Beckett on stuff. Man, sometimes it's hard to keep up with it all. They're either 130 or 180 point. It depends if it's one of them patch things onto, but I think they were all 130s, maybe 180. One of the two, though, for sure. Because I'm trying to think, most of my 5 stars all went into, I think, 130s.
Well, at least he didn't call me floppy gums. What's up, Troy? Five-star? I don't know. I don't know if Magnus has one of those.
Well, I think when he might have bought one, he might want to one-touch it. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
I think 130. If it's a patch, it's definitely. I think it's a little bit bigger than 130. I think you gotta use the 180s and then put it back to it.
Yeah, because I got one of these. That's how I can figure it out.
I've always used those, but sometimes when you're buying this stuff, you never know the size.
No, you don't. That thing works pretty well.
Heck, you get into some of them products, you get every dang freaking use every top loader size there is. Yeah, I see that, Brian. Something about your car going down, and I seen somebody said something about you can't trust your brother and selling you a car or something. I just laughed.
Oh no. Dang it. Woo. Hot sauce.
I figured with the holidays, with a lot of people going out and doing all these late Christmas specials and they do the Christmas light displays and all that, we might start seeing a little bit of decrease coming in here, especially during the holidays.
Yeah, everyone's doing their Christmas tree lanes or their Christmas shopping or stuff like that.
Well, there's also a lot of product drop this week too. I mean, Panini one-on-one, Spectra football. Heritage High, Topps Chrome Black. There was a bunch. I mean, you're into breaks and all that stuff. Holidays are always really, really hard. So probably next week might be the last overtime of the year. I haven't decided. This may be it. I'll have to look. I got to think about it. At the most, it'll be up through next week, and then we won't be back till it's going to depend, because if I get stuck having to go to Fort Drum, we won't be looking at probably like the middle of January coming back, because there's no way I'm going to try this from a hotel room. There ain't no way to have that choppy feed you see everybody doing. There is a big difference, Troy, with the sizes. For one, BCW doesn't use the typical 110, 130, 180. Theirs are all different numbers, and I don't think I have one of them cards up here. Let me look under.
I have an Ultra Pro, brand new one.
There's one underneath here. I just got to dig for it.
But this one is a 35 point, which is basically your basic size.
BCW runs it different. So they run theirs 59, 79, 108. They fit better for a lot of Panini stuff. I don't know if I'll get this. So, oh crap, there we go. Oh, hold it that way. But there's different sizes across the board. They actually have actually their magnetics are different too. Theirs are all the zero ends. Their top loaders are ones that are different because of putting sleeves on and stuff. But as far as displaying them, not really. I mean, it's a one touch either way around it. One, I know Pro Mold now you can put your card in the sleeve and put it in there, because I bought some of them. I mean, Pro Mold you can pick up right now. BCW, you're like August next year, I think it was, and who knows on Ultra Pro.
You're gonna lemon law your brother?
Heck yeah, lemon law him. Better yet, be like, hey, Dad's coming to talk to you about that car you sold me, and see what he does.
He deny.
Yep. And I know a lot of people said because they were going to be busy now during the holidays. So with the product that just came out this week, I'll start on it just to see if we can start getting more people. I know a lot of people plan on this a little bit later, like 10, 11 o'clock. But probably through end of March, we'll do come on at 9 p.m., I'd say, somewhere around there. And then as we start getting the days, it's getting, longer and stuff, we'll push it later in the evenings again. But the biggest one this week, everybody I've seen talking about, I just read a comment, is Panini one-on-one. And the price of it this year is like double what it was last year or something like that from what I've heard. Now, I see some people opening stuff. It looks, same as always. But, I looked at a checklist. It looks a little bigger than last year's as well, too. And what I noticed is a lot of people who are breakers, who might break, I don't know, 7 to 10 breaks a week, weren't really allocated full cases at all. So it just shows you how much you have to break in order to get the product on pre-order anymore. I mean, it's crazy. It really is. Spectre football was nice looking, but I wouldn't spend the money on it this year. Spectre, I mean, I always liked Spectre since it came out. But for the price point on the football this year, I just wouldn't pay it. No, Brian, they actually put something out. So I know probably every YouTuber out there put a video out probably about PSA regular service coming back to the customers and just not the bulk guys. So with that, they are going to do, it's not like an HGA lottery system. It's going to be still kind of like a lottery, but it's an allocation you're going to get. So from my understanding, is they're going to base it off of your activity with PSA, which could include your membership level, how much you submitted, what service levels, and all that. So basically, I have an account. Say Joey signs up today, gets an account, but he's not a member. He probably will be pushed to the back of the line because he has never ordered through PSA except for that one Super Express, where I might get like 10 regulars on the first order. But the catch is if I don't use all 10 spots up on that submission, I lose them. And then I have to go back in the system again. But, you know, the people that are brand new into it that haven't been doing submissions are like, oh, I can't wait for bulk to open up again so I can get bulk. You know, they're going to be pushed back off it from what I'm reading and understanding. So, I mean, it's a good thing. I don't know when PSA is opening up regular service, but it's supposed to be by email. And then you go in. I don't know if it's going to be a time you have to go on there and what or how they're doing it, but you get notified of your allocation. And then it didn't say how long you have to do it. I'm guessing it's going to be, you know, within 30 days type deal again. And then once you go through, put all the cards in there, hit the submit button and print that stuff out, then the next one you're able to enter back into. At $100 a pop, they're talking like 3-month turnarounds. Not bad, but for an extra $50, you can get it back in like about under 2 weeks, we'll say. If you overnight it, you're probably getting it back in about 9 regular days. But, you know, do you save $50 a card? Maybe. Depends on price value of your card, really. I've been waiting for it to open up. What's up?
From what I read on that, it's basically they're testing this out. They're testing this out to see how it works. So there ain't no telling how long. I don't know if it's going to be 30 days you have to turn it in. I have a feeling it'll probably be like 7 days. Because with them testing it out, they want to kind of learn to test it quicker than sitting on it.
I think they're testing their system itself, how it's being built through the website and how much it can handle at one time frame. I don't think they're testing out much more. People are going to say they're testing to see how many they could do, bloody, and all that. I don't think that's it. I think the test is going to be how the system reacts to getting pinged very quick. Is it going to jam their site up? You know, they're going to have to watch for bots and all this other craziness that's going to go on with it. But, you know, I could see why you're doing it regular. Then you bring back economy. Then you bring back bulk. Somewhere, I'd say late summer next year, bulk may start opening back up. But they're going to limit it. I mean, it's not going to be like a bulk person could go send 500 cards in one order. You might luck out and be allowed 100, 50 cards, 100 cards per order, and you're just back in that system rotating. It's so that they can control not being backlogged, but they still got a lot to grade through. Now, my understanding also is a lot of the backlog is a ton of Pokemon, a ton. And I don't know if specific numbers onto it, nothing like that. But when I'm looking at where they're at on Pokemon, TCGs and stuff like that versus modern and ultra modern, like I know people today that have stuff entered in the system beginning of March, went into assembly. I think Pokemon's still like around 2 months behind. So we'll take a look at it and see. Timelines on what, Troy? Did I miss that?
Well, Brian, you're kind of like me. I've only done maybe a handful of submissions with PSA, so I'm going to get stuck in the very back. They're going to give priority to people who have done it throughout the years, who do it constantly throughout the years. They're going to give those guys a priority. They're going to give the guys like us who do it sporadically way in the back. I mean, I'll be lucky if they say, oh, yeah, you can send one. You can send two, but I doubt it.
Yeah, in a way it reads on there, and it's being understood and being briefed out to people is that exact thing. That they're going to show favoritism for people that have memberships that have been submitting during all this to Super Express, the Express paying that bigger money. And they're going to be like, okay, we're going to give you X amount of spots based off of this, this, and this. I may only get 5. I don't know. I may not even get any. And I mean, I have a ton that I've been submitting through PSA for 2001. Pretty sure, maybe 2000. I think it was 2000.
20 years.
20
years.
Yeah, but when it started off, it was all paper. You had to handwrite it all out. Or you go on a computer, type it out, and print it out too. But I think since 2000, I don't know, maybe 15 or so, maybe it was a little bit earlier, you could go on and I think electronic submitted. It might have been later, the electronic submission. It might have been 17, 18. I can't remember now. I know some of my oldest orders in there are way back a few years. I mean, you might luck out. I mean, you could still submit it, Express and Super Express all you want. It's just when they start releasing this new stuff, instead of everybody out there slamming them, they're going to control it. And I think that's a great thing to do. And you're going to reward who's been doing it, who has memberships, stuff like that. Because if people can't go through their, say their group submitters only 300 a week, and they're like, oh, dude, you're looking at like 8 weeks till I can send your thing out. They're going to go build an account up on PSA and try to get in and try to get 10, 15 cards in. And PSA is like, wait, no, bad idea. Because then you're going to get all these dudes that have been with PSA submitting for years, spending tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, basically bitching the whole time frame. And that's the last thing they need. They really, because they know that the hobby can change at any time frame. A lot of people are fly by night with flipping and stuff like that. That's what I mean by it. And that you have a certain set of people out there that have paid for memberships or in group registries, all this stuff. And they want to take care of their loyal and faithful, but they also want to make money too. Oh, yeah. Same design on Panini 1. Yeah. I mean, it's the same types of artworks for the downtowns. I mean, they look basically the same as last year's basketball design. But yeah, I mean, I don't know about print lines. They're all encased in one touches when they come out.
What's up, Card Deal? No,
what's up, Barney?
Spectra kind of looks the same way too.
Spectra's been like that every year.
Yeah, they really haven't changed the design. I mean,
they've tweaked it a little bit, but not much.
Not much, no.
No, it's always been the same thing, which I like.
Well, what do you call it? Topps Chrome Black looks damn near identical from last year.
You don't need to change stuff. The stuff that they change every year is going to be like your Topps design, which is going to filter into your Topps Update, Topps Chrome, blah, 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 and all that. And then they will alter Bowman the same way, but it's going to be their same layout for Bowman, Bowman Chrome, Bowman Draft. It'll almost all look exactly the same the whole way through, except for maybe some variations and who knows what else they come out with.
Different colors, different numbers, different print numbers. Seems like they're coming out with more.
They are. And that's the thing is you probably won't see me getting a whole lot of newer stuff in. I've pretty much said that I'm done with baseball this year. I may pick some stuff up for myself, but whatever I get in is what I get in. I'm not going to go crazy because them losing their licensing and not giving a plan of what they're doing. At the same time frame, Panini just way too pricey. I'm sticking with soccer, Pokemon, and stuff like that to where it just makes more sense than what it does anywhere else offhand. So how many people are watching Sports Card Investor for his 3-day holiday marathon thing?
Oh boy, here we
Oh
go.
gosh, is Troy in here yet?
Oh boy,
Or not
here we
Troy,
go. No, I haven't seen Theodore.
Theodore. Yep, I'm waiting for
Yeah, I
Theodore
haven't
to
seen him
pop
yet.
in.
I haven't seen him yet.
Okay.
Oh boy, here we go though.
Well, there's been a lot with Sports Card Investor over the last week. There was somebody who went out there and basically built this Instagram and slammed him on his investment purposes or what he invested in, showing how he lost all this money. Of course, they ripped back and forth. He sent a message saying, "My bucket or lawyers will come after you," or something like that too. But it was quite interesting because you sell market movers with a thing where they used to like give you advice on to like what the hot cards are, and people were taking that's what to go buy, sell, trade, whatever. And that's why I always say I just never listen to what anybody else is doing
Right back.
because if you're posted on a social media platform, there's a reason why you're doing it. It's not just to show it. It's basically, either the hype. And that's why I never bought into this stuff offhand. I mean, stuff that I talk to offline that, not everybody can be, privileged to go Google it and find the information. That's one thing. But it was just odd because this dude on Instagram, like, man, it was crazy with some of this stuff onto it. And I can't remember what it was called, the dude's name, but it was on somebody had it on Twitter and stuff like that. And somehow I got tagged into it. And I started reading this stuff, and I'm like, my goodness. And then there was a piece where he picked up like a gold Herbert. I'm trying to remember what it was. A gold Herbert.
A gold Herbert Kaboom.
Kaboom. Was it Kaboom or downtown now? I can't remember. Kaboom. I told you after I heard it because I've had so much.
You said it was a quad 9.5 Beckett Kaboom gold out of 10.
Yeah, he got it like I guess raw for like 7,000. He's putting a value of 40,000-50,000 on it because he's going off of a PSA 10 to a sell gold Kaboom at 10,000 and saying Herbert's worth 4 to 5. Well, a bunch of people did this math up onto it, and it's so inaccurate. It's so inaccurate. I was just dying laughing reading all this stuff. Like, you know how people joke around and say, "Oh, why are there magazines in on your when you're in your bathroom on the toilet?" Man, I was reading this stuff in there, and I mean, sitting listening to death by PowerPoint presentations. I'm just dying reading this stuff. Oh, you watched fine. Well, the other, yeah, I seen they were up 3-0 when I was watching there, Brian. So 3-1, huh? The other piece that came out, there was two pieces. Another one somebody wasn't real happy about was that he brought on Nat Turner, and I guess he's allowed to do group submissions now and all this stuff for regular service. So it ticked a lot of people off on that. Of course, as soon as you show something like that, you're going to tick people off. It's a given. You're always going to have people who are mad at the world or whatever because of stuff. But the real big piece was he came out there talking about let me rewind a little bit. I guess some people had some businesses out there he bought into, and I guess they were floating them big time on his channel. But hey, it's your channel, do what you want onto it, You're an investor in somebody else's business, so be it. I mean, to me, I didn't see anything crazy with it. Just okay, you bought into somebody's business. It's just like Shark Tank in a way. It started making me think. But the big thing was, I guess they rolled out with a thing where he's making an app to where you're going to be able to see breaker moments. So like if, what was Jaspys or Leighton? I'm trying to remember some of the dudes that were in there. Mojo Breaks.
Jaspys, it was Leighton. It was
Mojo Breaks.
Mojo.
Titan Breaks. But you can see why Titan Breaks is. Yeah, I kind of figured why he was doing that.
But what's so funny is they didn't involve Platinum. They didn't involve Les Brothers. They didn't involve a couple of them.
Well, there's a bunch of big breakers he didn't involve into it. And it goes into a lot of stuff because people are going to say, well, some of the guys have foul mouths, but I've heard people pull big stuff, say F this, holy F, and stuff like that too. But anyhow, the idea behind this is you get to go on there and relive those moments, and they're making it into a breaker moments NFT. And I just sat there and really thought about this. I'm like, a Breakers Moments NFT. I'm like, have we really gone this route with NFTs now? I mean, we had Top Shot. So if you guys ever remember NBA Top Shot, or yeah, I think it was Top Shot, you got to, own a little like 5 to 8 second video clip of something. Well, now you're going to have the same thing, but it's going to be a breaker opening that card up. To me, I could go back to his recording, cut my segment out, and I own it for free. I don't see the big thing onto it at all.
Well, remember what I told you? I said, watch, you're going to have case NFTs soon.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is, an NFT cannot be sold by a distributor. There's just no way. So I don't know if you could do breaks on or whatever. I mean, there's one reason with why Blockpacks does it, and theirs is a RAS for the card, but it's done through NFT system. But at the end, the winner of the RAS or raffle, whatever you want to call it. Oh, that's some loud ass thunder out there, dude. I just shook the damn house.
Well, not just that. What if I bought a case? Let's say I bought a case of NT.
Okay.
I can make that into an NFT. A certain percentage of people can buy into that case and own it.
You could. I mean, it'll end up happening. It's one of the craziest things that I've ever heard was a Breaker Moments NFT. And then as soon as I started hearing them all, like, I'm going to tell you what, the lady that works for Titans Cards is probably the most smartest person out there in sports cards that I've ever heard. Etiquette wise, knowledge wise, whatsoever it may be. She knows just not sports cards. She could dig into Marvel, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh. Do you know how much time and energy and effort that is to have all that knowledge into that stuff? I mean, it's immense to know what you're talking about on all that product, all the non-sports stuff. I mean, I'm really impressed by it, because when she started off was like about 2 years ago out of that card shop, and I just happened to float in one day and find it. And I was like, wow, she has a lot of knowledge onto it and stuff like that there. I mean, because now the reason why I'm saying this is before her, they on Breakers TV, it might have been Vaughn TV, they had some Canadian girls used to come on there drunk at like 4 o'clock Eastern in the morning and try to do breaks and stuff. It was crazy. Then you had another group, another breaker come in that had a girl, and I don't want to throw the breaker names out there. If you guys know what it is, you can put in the chat. But she would dress up in these real skimpy outfits and sell spots in the breaks, and she had no idea about cards. She might know some of the players. It was the funniest thing, but people were buying it because sex sells. That's the best way I can say. I'm not saying she sold sex, but hot chicks selling something, they're going to buy from it. Oh yeah, Arnie, I was talking about that with my old distributor about how they lost their upper deck license. I thought that was a load of crap. But I mean, by far, if anybody I've ever met in my life or ever heard talk, she has the most knowledge. Oh, I can't sit there and talk Marvel and all these PMG things and Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic the Gathering and freaking X-Men and all this other stuff that comes out. I'm like, wow. I mean, hockey, basketball, soccer, freaking tennis. She knows it. It did begin with a B. I will tell you that. It did begin with a B, but that's not it.
I don't think Gary Vee will touch any of this breaking in NFTs. I don't think
it's funny. Somebody was saying it was Gary Vee who was trolling a sports card investor the other day. I just started laughing about it. I'm like, I think Gary Vee has way better things to do than to troll a sports card investor. He has other people that he would headshot out there first, like Vegas Dave and stuff like that.
No, $250 for that program he has that's way overpriced. Jesus.
I mean, I caught a little bit of the sports card investor stuff on there. you know, especially when he was with the what they called the content creators section onto it. And then one thing I will say, whoever the girl was playing the elf piece onto it did phenomenal, because honest to God, that had to be the worst job to have, to sit there and have to dress up as an elf onto a freaking sports card live broadcast, whatever you want to call it, and do the skit lines that she had to do. She pulled it off. I mean, honestly, I was like, wow.
Troy, you have too much time on your hands.
Don't give him ideas, because he has one too many Mexican Cokes. So that's what you call it, Mexican Coke. Yeah, Mexican Cokes.
Yeah,
He may just do that. You know what? When the first time I heard anybody ever talk about a Mexican Coke, I'm like, what are you talking about? It made no sense to me until they told me.
Yeah, they're from Mexico. They're different.
Yeah, it's a different taste. And I see,
yeah.
I didn't really realize that until I went to I think it was Afghanistan or Iraq, one of the two, because the stuff made elsewhere has a different amount of sugar and sugar and something else into it, and it tastes completely different. Like the stuff we drink is like pure sugar.
Yeah, plus the ones from Mexico come in glass bottles. You can't get glass bottles in America no more. They're all plastic or cans. The glass bottle are from Mexico, and it's actually real sugar in it. It's not the confectionate sugar that we have here. It tastes so much better.
Well, you know, I told you that thing is called Poppy's Taco down the road. They have Mexican Cokes there. When you get it, you get a glass bottle and all this stuff with it. But I think it's probably about 5 years ago. No, it was way over that, because I was in the Army when I heard about Mexican Cokes, and I thought they were making some kind of crazy joke or something about it, to be honest. And then they were talking about and stuff, and I'm like, okay, all right, you guys have way too much time and energy to talk about the difference between Coca-Cola. I mean, it's like, remember back when you were a young kid, they had the Coke and Pepsi challenge thing going on forever, which one tasted better?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, corn syrup. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no, they're freaking delicious.
Yeah, that's it. You guys are right. It is fructose. To me, it's all a sugary taste to it.
I know. When I go to the taco truck, tall Coke with it. Can't beat it. That's the way it goes.
I see. Even Granddad laughed, because unless you know it, you're like, what are you guys talking about? Is that slang for something?
Do I need to go get a bottle? Because I have a bottle here. Do I need to go get one?
No, they all know. Because when you first hear it, you think it's slang for something. You're like, what are you guys what are you talking about? You really do. You think it's some kind of slang, like,
no, it ain't Mexican booger sugar.
I don't even know what the heck that is. I don't even want to know what that is. I'm guessing you're talking about the old sniffy snoot stuff that doesn't, it looks like a pixie stick stuff.
Yeah, the Grandmaster Flash.
Yeah, I don't know all that stuff. My street slang has died for like probably 25 years ago plus. Oh gosh. Now see, you got them chanting, go get one.
I should got the mini ones. They actually have minis and they have tall boys. Tall ones, but I got them. I have a mini one. Actually, we went to Smart and Final and got a case of them. So you can get them here.
I see a Kohucon. What do you guys think about the Breaker Moments NFTs? I mean, seriously.
I'm in.
You know, and here's the thing is, so we're just gonna, Jacob, you in here?
I haven't seen them yet.
Oh, okay. I gotta say, if you want to link Jacob, just text me and I'll email it to you to come in. Here's my thing. So say Jacob, I was going to use him if he was in the room. Say he pulled, I don't know what still has to come out this year. We had NT iMac. iMac's always the last one in basketball. He pulls the iMac 101 LaMelo Ball, and they steal his video off his channel to use it onto that. Do you know how much that's going to cause for controversy and stuff onto it? I mean, Granted, I mean, if you have it as Creative Commons, I guess it's kind of, you could kind of take it in a way, but you could also hit them with every which way around onto it.
They're gonna have
But
to
what I thought
copyright.
was,
They're gonna have to copyright every video.
no, the guys that are in it now, the breakers that are in it already signed it. Hey, you can go ahead and do it. I don't care. You know, it's free publicity for them. Me, I was 11 Bravo.
I haven't bought an NFT. I refuse to. I refuse to buy a certain percentage of a certain product. If I want something, I'm just gonna buy the damn thing.
So see,
I don't want
NFT,
to own. I don't want to own 10% of a Jordan PSA 10 rookie.
NFTs are different though. There's different types. You could do NFT and own a percentage of something that's a physical thing,
Yeah.
or you have the video things that they did licensed. So for me, I did get into Top Shot early just for giggles onto it all. Hit some stuff and I stopped like, what's this thing selling for how much? I'm like, I'm gonna undercut them for $1,000 onto it, and I sold. You know, I think I still have some on Top Shot. I don't even know what they're worth anymore. But I did it because I was bored, pure boredom onto it just to see, and
Well,
I
it's
just
almost.
didn't get what they
It's
were
just.
doing.
It's just like blockchain. You don't own the physical card. You own the digital card. No, not doing no blockchain either.
See, the thing is, like, I do own NFTs through block packs where, like, if you buy 50 and, like, say 50 into his Raz or something, you might get something like, and I do own some percentages of some cards out there. I don't really get into it because they were like giveaway type deals. I really am like buy into them type deal. Like the very first Harry Potter stickers, I won a couple pieces into it. And the way it works is that, like, they have a goal that within 2 years, if it reaches this amount, they'll sell it. You double, triple your money, whatever it may be. Or if like 70% say sell it, they'll sell it. Now I did get into like the Jordan stuff, but in return, when you bought into it, you got something else in return for it type deal. It was like a promotional thing. And that's the only reason why I own any kind of NFTs onto it all. Holy cow. Granddad, oh, that's right. Granddad, you did tell me you were 11 bang bang. Jason, too. Wow, three of us in here. Holy cow. It depends on the promotion on it. Like, Brian, with like block packs, see the way I like it, you start off with like whatever it is, 2000, I don't know what it is, 48. And you open packs up and you get a digital little like Raz coin on it type deal. And then they do eliminations onto it, and whoever has the last token wins the thing. It's a cool thing. You get some big stuff onto it. I mean, it's relatively very inexpensive, and for what I buy for like a hobby box, I'd rather just give him $100 and go for gold onto it and get something in return. I've never hit anything, I'm not gonna lie, but I know plenty of people who have too. And then you could either keep it as an NFT and sell it as an NFT, or you could request to have the physical card mailed to you, which I think is a great idea. Now, where you start having people own different fractions and to all that stuff, I can't do all that. Collectible and whoever else was out there doing it. But the stuff I do own all came through block packs, or for some reason people were doing some kind of promotion like, oh, if you sign up today, we'll give you a free NFT piece of like a Gretzky rookie. And I'm like, okay, there's $20 free.
Yeah.
I mean, if it doubles or triples in price, they sell it. They send it to your cryptocurrency account on, I think it's like something IO dot something C, some open sea. And I just don't know how to cash out your cryptocurrency. I'll have to figure that out one day.
Epics CSGO cards. I've never heard of those.
They've done the Fortnite series, I know, and stuff like that. There's another one. I don't know if it came out already or not, where they were using like YouTubers on there and stuff. It's been insane with stuff. The next thing I'm going to tell you what, the next thing somebody's going to do out there is they're going to find all the big sports card YouTube channels and they're going to make them into some kind of product where you autograph it and you'll buy packs. I'm telling you, it's I'm not doing it. So if somebody else wants to take the idea, go ahead. But I tell you, somebody's going to do that, and it will have breakers onto it and everything else. And you too could have your very own like Leighton sports card autograph come out of a pack or something. I could see it happening.
Oh no, the next one will happen will be the gamers influencers.
You'll gamers see those. Already did it, and influencers were in the work a while ago. They might have released it already. I don't know.
Yeah, because I can see guys like video game guys who go on here and stream video games.
We'll see it all started because of Fortnite, and they had the autographs in Fortnite. I believe it was autograph cards in Fortnite. And then they started moving and mixing that stuff around. What's up, Dale?
Hey, Dale.
So it's coming. It's all coming that way. And if you could branch it to where it's, genre specific, especially because, like people are real big into the trading card business, that's what they'll do, like a trading card one. It won't be called sports card, it'll be trading cards. Because you'll have like the Pokemon people, the Garbage Pail Kids, all that. They'll take the top 50 to 100 people and they'll make it into a next freaking thing. I mean, seriously, if somebody approached me and is like, hey, we're going to put you on a sports card. And then we're going to have you do autographs. I'm like, who the heck's going to buy packs of my stuff onto it? I mean, seriously. Oh, I just got a thingy from PSA. I think this tweet that they just came out is old, though. It's about regular service. Let me see if they changed anything.
Maybe someone's watching us from PSA.
No, it's just the letter. They just redid it up now.
Yeah,
it's just the same thing. Oh, yeah, it's going to happen that way. I mean, it's all about meeting people out there when you're, whatever you want to call a content creator, YouTube celebrity star, whatever. And as soon as like you start meeting people, everybody's like, oh, let's do a videos together and stuff like that there. And then you start sharing exposure, which starts driving up subscribers to all this other stuff in the algorithm. It's insane. Then you really start thinking about the people that worked hard this whole time frame. Like Pac-Man. I can tell you like everything Pac-Man's done, his stuff's all like original people that have gone through there. He didn't go out, buy subscribers and all that stuff out there. Where there's other people that are questionable onto it, which I will not name. Because it's been floating around there for a long time frame how somebody surpassed X and so, and their name is not what was that dude? Phil's Pulls. Because he's a celebrity. He's a pitcher. He was a pitcher for the Yankees. That's his big thing. People are going to follow him. That's why he's going to get the subscribers. I don't know how far Lewisburg is from here. I could tell you, like, the West Virginia border is like, oh gosh, I think it's, let me think, about 3.5 hours for me to get to like Charleston, maybe 4.5. I forget. I know I've seen the sign for Lewisburg. I just don't remember where.
Yeah, I'm going beside an Andrew Luck rookie. I'll take that. Hey, I like Andrew Luck.
I would hope somebody put me next to their PSA 10 Ryan Leaf rookie. Heck, I would even grade somebody's card for them to try to get them a 10 to put it next to their PSA 10 Ryan Leaf rookie. But I mean, seriously, when you sit there and think about it, I mean, everything out there, if you go way back to the time of the movie Cocktail, they called it Flugel binders, if you guys remember that.
Oh, I
The
do.
Flugelbinder. Yeah, Flugelbinder, huh?
I remember that. I
And
remember.
the little plastic things
Wow.
on the end of the shoestring, they all have their own Flugelbinder. Well, it's all about making money, is what it means. You have to be creative with an idea and have enough push. Then you had the age of social media come in, which you go somewhere that has a huge audience, and you'll do well. I mean, look, at people go on Shark Tank, don't take the deals, they still make money because people are like, "Oh, I like that product." Click, 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 click. Google them and stuff like that. There.
It's almost smart if you didn't take the deal because you're already on the show and you're already getting free advertisement for it. You're already throwing it out there, not for just them, but whoever's watching.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's the thing
Almost,
is, I mean, if I sat there and appeared on ESPN talking about sports cards, next thing you know, channel has 300,000 subscribers to it, just because
probably,
you were on ESPN.
probably. It just takes something, something to. I mean, yeah, you just never know.
Yeah, I thought you were in Colorado for a while. Did you bounce from like Colorado to Florida, then up?
Maybe he moves. He changed stations on there.
Might have. Man, that's a lot of bumping around quickly.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I have all the respect in the world for you military people. You guys have to move around for everything. You have to.
I just saw Grunt Dad's comment about the word collaboration.
Oh, you finally saw that?
Yeah, I just seen that. I was scrolling back up, looking and reading, and I'm like, yep, that's pretty much it there. I mean, would I collaborate with certain people? Yeah, of course so I would. Whatever they want to call it, collaborate or talk on something. Yeah, certain people I would definitely do.
So in other
You
words,
know,
Jason circle jerked me because he
it's
came up with the idea, and he was like, "Hey, would you? I mean, invite people in, blah blah blah." And he was like, "If you want to jump in," I was like, "Okay, sure." So that's he circle jerk
it is in a way, yeah, yeah.
to reach around. All right.
I just wanted to have something that was an open forum where people could sit there and express freely what they think about sports cards to a limit, to freely. I mean, I don't want somebody sitting there burning a card live online or showing some kind of nudie pic or something, then I'd get banned. But there's there to the extent though onto it, you know.
Hey, Derby, what's up, man?
I could always go find me. Well, no, I shouldn't say that because that kind of makes me sound bad. I could always go out there and hire a model to come on here for you guys, a female model or something. I almost said something else and it would have really, really looked bad by me saying.
Nah, that's not classy.
Well, no, I was gonna say I go out there and find one of them desperate college girls in the area need to make money, and I'm like, that just doesn't sound right if I say it.
Oh no, no, no. Backtrack.
Yeah, that's why I backtracked what I was thinking in my head.
Backtrack.
But I mean, honestly, I mean, I was thinking about bringing in some of the old time wrestlers that I still have contact with to come on here and talk wrestling. But it's been so much done with that stuff over time that it would be kind of reiterating the same stories. But there's a couple of guys where we've done some after event show stuff that I know has not been talked about, which would be quite interesting to talk about too. So, I mean, yeah, I was thinking about doing that at one time frame.
What, does everybody think I'm your arm candy? Damn.
Oh, you retired in Florida. Okay. Oh gosh.
Am I the arm candy? Am I the Vanna to my Pat?
Okay, my thoughts on sports card investor. I think he has not been doing it long enough as he talks about, for one. It's one thing if you jump in out of the hobby the whole time, but it's another if you've been doing it for a very, very, very long time. The other part is I don't agree with this, giving away picks and stuff like that. It's cool to come on and talk about how cards are exploding, but for the longest time, nobody talked about base cards, overproduction, pop reports. And then as soon as people start talking about it, if you noticed, it all started spreading. So it's like in wrestling, if you, this is the perfect example in wrestling, you had to think kayfabe. So if there were certain things you didn't do, like a good guy, bad guy didn't get seen out in public afterwards, oh no, you can't have Hulk Hogan and King Kong Bundy eating dinner together, stuff like that there, And then all of a sudden it's stuff, now it's just normal to see stuff like that. Nobody really cares. Like dudes would have to fly together on different airplanes because of the heel is on one, the face is on the other. And it's the same thing about the sports card thing because everybody was all about making money onto it. I'm all about making money. Don't get me wrong. My issue is by telling people, you're doing all this stuff, then you start seeing people doing it that are not as fortunate as you with having money, and they lose money. It leaves a bad taste in the mouth. And we just lost a collector, possibly not an investor, a collector. I do think him doing some of the video stuff that he has done is good for the hobby, but overall, I'm not a fan of going out there and showing your deals, like how the deal goes down. It's cool if you want to do a clip saying, hey, we just made a trade for these cards in cash. But when you start, I paid $7,000 for this cash at this show. Well, guess what? If that other dude didn't pay to write that down as taxes and they somehow look at that, man, that's just bad juju.
Well, not just that. Oh yeah, these are the cards that are hot right now, or these are the cards I'm going to invest in, or these are guys I'm looking at. Is because you've already bought them and you're pumping them up.
Yeah, one thing.
If you want to do investing and stuff, watch sports and you see who's doing good and who's consistent. Eventually they'll go up. You don't have to be like, oh, I'm going to hear what he's saying and go off every word. I mean, think about it. I'm all of a sudden, hey, everybody, this guy right here, I'm investing a lot. Jason Groom, go get him, guys. He's going to be the next big thing. You know why he's telling you? Because he already bought like 100 of them.
Yeah, he wants to push the value up. See, one of the loosest terms now used is the word collection. People use the word as collection as loose. They think that their long and short-term investments are a collection. It's not.
No.
A collector collects the stuff for themselves. They may upgrade and sell pieces of their collection, or they may sell certain pieces of their collection to fund a bigger piece of it. That's a different story. But the word collection, that's why I say I have a PC personal collection. Then I have short-term and long-term holds at the same time frame. And that's why I moved away from showing mail days and stuff like that there, because people start thinking, oh man, he's picking up Pat Mahomes now because he's cheap. Well, yeah, maybe I am, but I can do that because I didn't go crazy after I sold Lucas at stupid prices and stuff like that there. I'm reinvesting that money. But for somebody to say saved up $5,000 because they want to go buy some card that they wanted, and then all of a sudden they hear me talking about, look at all these Patrick Mahomes I just recently invested into, and they buy it, and then say Patrick Mahomes goes out there next week and he's married, right? Yeah, Mahomes is married. He beats his wife, kills his wife, does something, crazy. All of a sudden his stuff drops down in price. That person, is like, oh, I took the advice of him out there.
Yeah, like me, I just within a couple of days, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go after this PSA 10 collection. Nothing big, nothing crazy, just something that I like.
And I think that's a great thing that, if you're building a collection, and for example, I'm going to use this, my A6 Topps trade, I was putting that PSA 10 set together.
Yeah.
All of a sudden the prices went stupid crazy. I'm like, I'm selling it. There's no point to this anymore. I'm getting rid of this now while it's high. I'll rebuy it later if I want to at a cheaper price. Yep. And I mean, those bonds and Conseco PSA 10s were like $300-$400 or something. And I remember bonds was stupid high. And you used to be able to buy the bonds PSA 10 for like $80 to $120, depending on where it was fluctuating at. And I'm like, I mean, honestly, I think I had like $300 into that stuff, maybe 400 tops. And, I ended up getting rid of something that I was trying to build for my own collectional purposes on. And, I flipped it for around $4,000 because there was low pop stuff on. That's what everybody was doing. I'm like, it's one of those decisions. Just like I was a huge Jordan collector and I still pick up pieces onto it. But if somebody offered me some stupid price onto it all, I'd be dumb to say no. Then I just wouldn't be collecting Jordan again.
Yeah, like I'll show you what I'm picking up. I don't care because I really don't. I'm buying these. The Mosaic center stage. If I'm not mistaken, they were one per hobby box. I just like the design of them. I thought they're cool. And the whole collection are all quarterbacks. It was the first year Mosaic football. So I liked them, and I'm finding a bunch of them and everything like that. There's only 30 of the set. So I said, you know what? I'm going to build a PSA 10 set. And I've picked up 11 of the 30 already. So, but it's nothing like groundbreaking. Oh, you guys got to go pick them up. They're going to be huge in 10 years. No, it's one of those things that I like. I'm going to pick up. That's the problem. A lot of these people lose the sight of collecting what you like, doing what you like, instead of trying to keep up with the Joneses, as everybody likes to say. Got to get the latest and greatest. No, just do what you like. Who cares? If you're into flipping, you're into flipping. If you're into collecting, you're into collecting. But in all reality, everyone is a collector. You're collecting something. What your intentions to do with the collection, that's on you. But you don't have to chase your tail. You don't have to chase everybody telling you who to pick up, what to buy, what to grab, what to this, what to that. Card collecting's a gamble.
It is. That's why, like I said, a lot of stuff. Sometimes I'll show some of the stuff I pick up over time, but I don't mind showing some stuff I pick up from the card shows and that. But I mean, honestly, if I was heavily investing into something and it was just not a low end pickup, yeah, you probably won't ever see me have it until I tell you I sold it and made a ton of money because of it. It's not saying to go out and buy it.
Well, it's kind of hard now to anticipate what the next big thing is going to be. You just never know. We had the craze last year and everything just went bananas on everything. The market's starting to finally level out. You're going to see a lot of stuff coming back from PSA, so a lot of things is going to fluctuate and change. It's going to be interesting within the next. This year coming up is going to be very interesting on what happens. A lot of people bought in the hype, and they spent a lot of money, paid a lot of money for cards when they were at their peak, and then now they're all losing their ass right now because these cards are not sustaining their value.
Well, I can't tell you how many shows I go to. There's 3 guys that are so high in their prices and they won't budge because they said I'm into it too deep. And I'm like, dude, eventually you got to take a loss. You just can't take all profit on everything. Nobody's that perfect. There's no way. During the hype, that's why I unloaded. And I mean, I picked a few pieces up for my PC. I did a lot of home improvements with the money. I'm not going to lie. Paid a lot of stuff off. And then I took a chunk and set it aside. And I'm like, whether it's in 6 months, 1 year, 5 years from now, when the market goes way back down again, I'll put it back in, pick up stuff again. And then if it goes back up, it does. If not, before I retire, I'll, and 55 years old, I'll figure out what I do with it. I might be that old guy at card shows you guys see all the time.
I mean, like I said,
show just traveling the United States with a dog, with a pug.
I mean, I got into grading about 1.5 years ago. Before then, I was all about autographs, raw autographs, getting them certified and everything like that. And I built a big collection on it. A lot of Hall of Famers. I was doing baseball Hall of Fame rookie cards, and I've got some good ones. And the thing I know with those will always have value, no matter what. I know they will. I mean, my Hank Aaron rookie auto's always going to have value. Will it go down? Sure. But will it go up? It could. I don't know how much more could go up now because there's really nothing else for it. But, but for what I paid for it, I know it was worth it.
Vintage is always going to have a need out there. If you look at all time, the only time vintage has dipped was after the bubble, okay? Because it shot way up and then went back down to where it was. But if you watch, it always had a steady increase over time. And vintage is one of the things you picked up 10, 20, 30-year, investment on. You might have built it, you might pass it down to your kids, grandkids, whatever it may be. So, oh yeah, Derby, yeah, it's coming my way. I had the thunder crack in here a little bit ago. I was talking about because it startled me from behind. But yeah, I mean, yeah, no, and Troy, you will never see me do today's top five tonight thing. I'm sorry, rip off. I know. I barely even talk anymore of what I'm getting. I mean, it's occasionally if I buy it. I mean, there's cards behind me that probably nobody knows I bought them.
Oh, I'll do a top five just to jerk you guys around. My top five today. Go pick them up. Ryan Leaf, Jamarcus Russell, Greg Odom. Trying to think of another bust. Ray Rice and Rick Myra. Rick Myra. There you go, guys. Go out and get them. And AJ, who would be the one athlete you guys would collect? I collect Jim Tomei. That's my PC. I collect Jim Tomei. I collect Ricky Henderson's on the side, but Jim Tomei is my guy. Regardless of value, regardless of what the price is, regardless of anything, because I know his cards are not valuable and everything like that. He is a Hall of Famer. Only one of a handful of players with 600 plus home runs in the Hall of Fame gets no love, but that's my guy. That's what I collect. Investment wise, if you're telling me one guy, regardless of investment wise, I think Steph Curry is a shoo-in.
It's too late for Steph Curry. He's about to break a 3-point record.
It is too late. I agree. It is too late. But if you had an endless bank amount, if you had an endless account and could do it, that'd be my one guy.
Remember when I told you about 6 months ago I was looking for Curry autos?
Yep.
They were really low then. That's all I got to say.
I have one Curry rookie auto, and it's a raw auto, but it's PSA slabbed. I have the upper deck or the upper deck draft.
You go back up here. I'm looking. Yeah.
Hank Aaron. Okay. That's not bad. Joey Votto. See? I like Joey Votto.
So you guys all know what I collect. It's just I'm there. Clemente,
Yeah.
Jordan, Nolan Ryan. If I don't have it, I might want it. But
Yeah.
my collection's so extensive that I just really stopped. It's too expensive in Jordan. Crosby rookies, I slowly pick them up, certain Crosby cards, and then same with Big Ben rookies, but he's getting ready to retire. So my issue is going to be, say Pittsburgh goes out and finds themselves another stellar quarterback in 5 years. What I'll do is eventually when Ben goes Hall of Fame, I'll probably sell his whole piece and I'll put that money aside for the next quarterback or something that I want to chase down the road for an investment. But personally, like if I probably would not really sell my Nolan Ryan collection. That'd probably be the one thing that I would probably keep. Maybe the Clemente too. The Jordan piece has always been a talk because it's had from what I paid for that stuff to the values at now, or some of the stuff could reach. I'd probably be a fool not to do it. But Nolan Ryan, yeah, it'll probably go up when he dies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Clemente's will always go up over time. I mean, but right now when I start looking and buying stuff, I don't want to use the word trends. So I look at off-season acquisitions of buying stuff. And then what I try looking for is maybe 1 to 2 players per draft class that I feel good about. Now, example, this basketball season, I don't have a good feeling about any of them, so I won't buy.
I'm not.
Football, I came out there and said that I was not heavy on anybody. If I had to pick one, it'd probably be Mac Jones, and lo and behold. Last year, I called Herbert out of the whole thing. And, it was just luck. I mean, I just picked somebody, and it makes logical sense to me. Am I going to go after the number 1 quarterback each draft? Probably not, because they don't really pan out. I look at the teams that are around them, and then are they going to build their system around that quarterback to make him look good? Baseball's just hard as heck because dudes go on such weird streaks. There's too many games. I mean, you could just luck out on it. Honestly, opening up baseball, unless it's some Hall of Famer like Griffey or Trout coming up or something like that out of it, I just get rid of it. I mean, if I bought like a box for $100, this is just crazy talk. Or no, they were like 200 Bowman. during Dominguez's rookie year, and I pulled like a Dominguez gold, orange, red. I ain't gonna lie, I'd have graded that thing and sold it for the hype money it is, and I'd have found other stuff to put it into because the dude never played a game. That's the hard thing with baseball when you're prospecting is that you have to have the money and you're going to take a risk, and more than likely a lot of your picks are going to bust. It's very hard to be on top of it all.
You got like a 10-15% chance on hitting on a baseball prospect because there are so many. Now, granted, I know that they did knock a lot of minor leagues down, so the draft is a lot thinner now. But with rotating talent coming in all the time, that's hard. Football is the same way, but no one was going heavy on Brady. Some people did, some people got lucky, but when I'm looking at the list you guys talk about Wiggins, I don't watch much about him. Eloy, I like Eloy, but I don't know yet. Still on the fence about that. Carmelo is a Hall of Famer, but he's kind of one of those Hall of Famers that I don't think is going to get like massive love when he's gone. He wasn't really like a game changer. Don't get me wrong, he had great seasons. He's a Hall of Famer, but I mean, no one ever says Carmelo in greatness.
They won't. It should be one of those things that somebody buys up and the prices go up and then they flip it and make their money on it. It's just the way it is. You're not going to see greats of the game come out of every rookie class. It's just the way it's going to float. I mean, you were lucky to see Rivers, Ben, and Eli all come out of the same draft and do very decent overall. Eli has some Super Bowls. Ben has some Super Bowls. Rivers had a decent career. They just couldn't surround him with what he needed. But all three were pretty good quarterbacks. They'll all hit Hall of Fame. But you're not going to see stuff like that all the time that pop out. I mean, we went years with getting quarterbacks that might start hot. Remember, what was his name? Jake Locker and stuff like that. Everybody's, he's going to be
Jake
great.
Locker, Ryan Mallett.
Leinart or whatever his name
Matt
was.
Leinart, Vince Young. It was hard. Now, Cargill, you said Carmelo is the Marino of basketball. No, Carmelo is actually, I think Carmelo is like the Warren Moon. Good quarterback, just never won one. Carmelo, good basketball player, but never won. But Marino was great. Marino was a stud. Warren Moon was a good quarterback, but never like did anything crazy.
Well, see, luck is a big piece of it. If you buy a hobby box and you pull, a low numbered auto or something to somebody, you got some luck. That's where it comes into play. Do you ride it and see if the hype train on this rookie pans out down the road, or do you maybe wait before he calls up and sell it? And hopefully you're on somewhere that doesn't allow returns, where somebody's like, oh, the dude went up there and bummed himself first 30 days, want my money back. It's one of those hard calls onto it. I always look at what I have into what I bought that product, and do I want to buy it? Is there something else I want out there? Baseball is just one of them real hard ones because we're not at, 50, or I'll even go $2 to $3 for a pack. Well, actually, Tops is kind of cheap now, but I mean, to where a product is cheap to buy into. Heck, I mean, I could sit there on Mike Trout. You couldn't get $30-$40 for his rookie card for the longest time from the update. And then, people had held the Bowman rookies. Big money now.
Magnus, he may be top 10 scoring of all time, but look at my boy. Here's a prime example. Look at Jim Tomei. He's in top 10 of home runs in all time. Anybody here going bananas for him? Granted, NBA
marketing of the team too. Who he played for. It goes with the marketing of the team they played for. Think about it. I mean, you got to go with.
He's ending his career with the Lakers. He's ending his career with the Lakers.
Yeah, he's hoping to get that big old run there at the end.
He's hoping to get a ring, but the Lakers ain't going to get one. They're doing horrible.
Tommy the Gun Maddox. I don't know, man. I'll be honest with you. If Tommy Maddox would have started earlier and didn't bounce around like he did with the XFL and all that, he wasn't a bad quarterback. I mean, it just was one of those things. It also took people by surprise. Now, if you watched the XFL, you knew the dude had an arm on him. He was a good quarterback, and for the XFL. When he went to Pittsburgh, the thing was they were a running team for many, 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 many years. Now, all of a sudden, some dude coming in there and he whipped the ball long, he hit a couple more, and all of a sudden they're throwing the ball 30 times in a game. Oh no. They just moved up to what other teams were doing, using a quarterback to actually throw the ball more. I mean, look at last night's game between Pittsburgh and Minnesota. Everybody probably turned it off whenever they were losing by 20 some points and almost came back on at the very end of the game. I mean, I enjoyed that last probably quarter and a half, maybe I'll say, because I mean, Ben looked like he was young again for a few minutes. I don't know what they put in his Wheaties during halftime that finally kicked in, but wow.
He's hopped up on Viagra.
He could be hopped up on anything. I mean, I was like, wow. I mean, at the end of the game, he should have went for Ray Ray.
He hit that tight end perfect. That tight end should have held on. That was tough.
Oh, he had a good pass. Like I said, the way he played that last quarter to quarter and a half was very, very like the old way you'd want to see.
Everyone's bashing poor Claypool. I get it. You did that, but
you gave him a couple seconds. That's about it.
Yeah, but the thing is with that, the lineman went over there and basically grabbed and hit the ball out of his hands, which made it roll further away.
If he wouldn't have done that, would have went over, gave it to the ref, and said they'd had 3 to 5 seconds extra, they might have squeezed one more play.
Exactly. So they're grilling the poor kid because he did his first down. Okay, but he still had the ball in his damn hand. Once the offensive lineman come over, runs over there, grabs it, and it goes fumbling down there. Who has to get it? The tight end has to go get it, hand it to the ref, then they go on the line.
Yeah. I would have said they had plenty of chances to win the game. It just wasn't that one play that did it. The reason why they're doing it is just to point the finger at some kid out there. That's all it is. Happens in every game. They're going to point their finger at somebody. Next thing you know, Claypool has 3 touchdowns in the game, and they forget all about it.
Bob, I believe I agree with you on that, but not in today's market. Stats alone never drive a player's card price. When it comes to basketball, that is a daily market. He goes out, hits 30. He goes, scores, gets a triple-double. His stuff takes a spike. When it comes to basketball, that's a daily market.
Oh, yeah, in a way, because you got milestones and stuff like that onto it.
Well, yeah,
basketball points per game and rebounds per game, that was, I want to say, was lost 10 plus years ago, to be honest, onto it, because there's guys out there that score 20 some points a game, average 25, and their stuff just ain't worth nothing.
Like Patrick Beverly,
they could do it for 10
Beal.
years, 10 years straight onto it. It does go into play when you start talking stats, though, that if you do have some MVPs, you do have a Team USA victories and stuff like that, will it help you? Yeah, somewhat. It really, if you're just looking though as stats as like points per game and stuff like that, unless that points per game is rolled into something that's going to be a record, trust me, there's a record for every record out there to where they can hype up and they break it. I mean, there's some stuff I hear and I'm like, wait, that's a record, and stuff like that.
Look who's having a good season, Bradley Beal. Anybody talking about him?
Who?
Bradley, exactly.
No, I didn't hear you. I was reading something.
Bradley Beal.
Oh, Bradley Beal?
For the Wizards.
People hyped him up last year.
But he's actually having a good season. He's pretty consistent. I ain't hear nothing on him. I don't hear no one out there talking about it.
I couldn't even tell you. I don't even follow it anymore with all that stuff because there's just way too much stuff that gets hyped up that I stay away from. I mean,
if your name ain't LaMelo, Durant, Curry, LeBron's
dipped in price still. It's still dipping.
LeBron has dipped in price, but his overall career still makes him worth it. If your name's not Luka, Your name's not Trae Young. I mean, yeah, you're going for the big guys, but like I said, I still think there's a lot of guys out there who are very underrated and very underappreciated. Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum. I think those guys are going to take the next step soon, and those are going to be the guys everyone's going to be talking about. Steph Curry's already passed that. He's already gone to that. I mean, Mitchell, he plays for the Jazz, a good team. He's got a good foundation going. Tatum, same way. Two guys who I think could elevate further. I think they take the next steps, within the next 2-3 years. That's what everyone's going to be talking about. But the problem is, when those cards came out, there's tons of them.
Yeah, remember, there's tons of them, but the same time frame, back when LeBron came out, they made tons too. The difference was people didn't take care of them. And I can tell you, even with Donovan Mitchell's rookie year, people didn't keep all them bases and stuff. But there's still product out there that people were able to purchase at a cheap price before it went skyrocketing versus a LeBron Topps Chrome rookie box for like $20,000-$30,000. There might not even be a LeBron in there. You might be lucky to get Chris Bosh. I don't know.
Well, that's another good example. Devin Booker. He's another guy who I think will excel. He's got a good young team with him. Bridges. He's got Chris Paul there still. Ayton. They've got a good little team going there, and he's been improving year and year and year, and he's still looking good. I mean, hell, they lost in the finals last year.
Until you make the national news consistently, there's no push on that player or their marketing of their team. It's always been that way. It always has been for a lot of teams. And you got to have some type of hype pushing around. Wander Franco, a whole lot of hype behind him when he came up and everything. You got to look at stuff like that. But with basketball itself, unless you're a fan of that team, the bigger top 10 dudes that are already out there that have been consistent for a long time frame, have achievements, they're always going to draw the money onto it. I mean, even Luka doesn't have a whole lot, going other than he's Luka, and that's about it. He had a whole bunch of triple doubles and set some records, little records here and there and stuff like that there. But until Luka goes out there, hits MVP, wins a championship, something like that there, that's where I'm at on to it.
Here's the thing. Look at Giannis. He's won all those things.
Man, people weren't even thinking about Giannis when he came out. I can tell you that now.
But that's the thing. His prices haven't gone crazy. You can still get his stuff fairly at a fair price on stuff.
It's prism-based rookies we're doing.
Well, they were 14 or 1,200 or something like that.
Now maybe they were way more.
Yeah, but they went down. That's what I'm saying.
It's still the thing, though. It's still at that price point onto it. That's still crazy for a base prism rookie card of him. If you go look at what his logo man sold for.
What was the production run those years, though?
It was heavy.
They're a lot less than they are now.
Well, yeah, because we didn't have 6 different versions of it.
Mm-hmm.
It still was a lot of base out there from it.
That's the thing. The card market is not like it used to be. Everything fluctuates day to day. It's sometimes getting hard to keep up with everything. It's taking a lot of research to do a lot of stuff anymore. That's the problem with everything.
And you're right. The prices of Giannis and Curry are more than DeRozan and Carmelo. 100% onto it. And it's all because people started talking about him, pushing all kind of media behind him and everything else. If you look at like Carmelo, nobody really talked much about him for the longest time. Yeah, when he was playing for Denver, he had some hype and stuff behind him, but he was trailing behind because of who else was also in his rookie class, don't forget, too, which was another big thing behind it. DeRozan, he won't ever get the love that anybody wants until somebody out there who has a big, huge following says, oh my gosh, all DeRozan stuff starting to take off, probably because they bought $100,000 to $200,000 into his cards off of eBay. And that's why it looks like it's gone up. It's a shame too, onto it. Don't get me wrong. But with it, you just got to be careful with that stuff there, because is DeRozan going to win an NBA championship with the Bulls? Probably not. I don't feel the Bulls are going to be a championship team right now.
Well, it's the Phillip Rivers effect. Phillip Rivers is Hall of Fame. Great quarterback. Had great seasons, but never won. Never won an MVP, never won a championship, nothing. He may have been to Pro Bowls and everything like that, but he never had a crazy following and really crazy accolades. Not like, Giannis. You won a championship last year. He's won an MVP. Curry's won multiple on both. They've got the recognition. They've got they've had the spotlight on. Phillip Rivers has always been kind of pushed aside because Eli wins 2. Ben wins 2. It's kind of like LaDainian Tomlinson. Same thing. LaDainian Tomlinson had a big, huge following, big, huge limelight, broke the record for rushing touchdowns in a season, but he never won a Super Bowl. But in football, quarterbacks are king.
Yeah. Well, you also compared football to basketball, 2 different things. That's the one thing with it. I mean, I try to compare basketball players to basketball players. I mean, when you really think about this, okay, this is a perfect conversation. Before Tom Brady started getting referred to in GOAT status, everybody referred, when you talked about GOAT, you had the word Michael Jordan in GOAT status. They would say he's the GOAT, the Michael Jordan GOAT. Nobody says that no more about Tom Brady. But when you start hearing other players, they still will now fall back to Brady GOAT status, Jordan GOAT status. And that's just the way it is offhand. You really couldn't compare sport by sport onto it. It's just too hard statistically with the amount of games that are played versus each one and just how the game's played. Can you compare softball to baseball? Yes. Can I compare baseball to golf? Not really. It's completely different.
No, each sport can have their own GOAT. Brady's the GOAT in football. Jordan's the GOAT in basketball. Baseball, if you're going to say who's the GOAT in baseball, to me, I think it's Mickey Mantle.
Hey, to answer the NFT question that keeps floating around, the NFT part was just about this guy's starting an NFT on Breaker Moments. I don't think anybody in here, because we talked about earlier, is really into NFTs at all. So I really don't really get into much with the NFTs. I do own some, but I'm not going to put money into NFTs to chase stuff and own a percentage of something. That's just me. Other guys might, but no. I haven't seen any of these new NFTs at all. I just don't really follow it much. I just think it's comical that they're making NFTs, as in what Top Shot did with the NBA, taking the video footage of somebody opening a pack of cards and pulling some rare card out of it. Now we're going to sell it as an NFT. That was where I was really with it the mostly onto it. What's up, Ness, man?
What's up, Ness, man? Here's the thing with Wiggins. You can have a flash in the pan one season and go ballistic. I want to see consistency. You can buy Wiggins right now. Yeah, you can probably get him cheap. If he wins that and you sell at that time, good for you. But if you buy and you hold him and he goes out there and doesn't do anything afterwards, it's a flash in the pan. I'd rather bet my money on consistent players. That's my thing. It's hard for me to go for what ifs. Too risky anymore. But Wiggins could go out and do that. He could go out there and win a Finals MVP, win a championship. But if he doesn't, and it falls on him, it's not gonna help anything. Oh no.
A tornado warning has been issued for Fort Knox. A tornado is expected within 5 miles of the Godman Airfield. Take shelter, move to the most structural secure area of a facility, or move to a secure location. Well, that's within about 5 miles of me. Lucky I'm in the basement.
You want me to let you go?
How my mom's still upstairs. I'm about to send this to her. I mean, that means bring your butt to the basement.
Who's the GOAT in cricket? Jiminy. Only one I know in cricket.
Man, that's kind of weird. Yeah, I was trying to look because I was like, first thing it popped up my phone. I couldn't pull the message. Said you have a tornado warning. I'm like, wait a minute, warning or watch? Which one is the bad one again? It's warning.
Warning. Warning is the bad one. Watch is you're kind of watching for a warning. I mean, that shit's coming.
Well, see, I have the tornado speakers are right behind me. Now, if I heard them blaring, I'll be like, hey, y'all can stay on Joey. I'm going to mute myself. If I'm not back, I'm probably somewhere over by Dale in West Virginia.
That means Jason Wynn locked himself in one of his safes. It would be kind of funny to see the fucking pug go flying through the screen all of a sudden. I'd be like, Pugglesworth, no!
She's upstairs. I'm surprised she hasn't come down here with me talking this whole time frame.
Are you trying to hear the horn?
No, I heard something out there, but it was not a horn.
It's the pug.
Oh, no, Pug's upstairs. My mom on the couch, probably. I don't know if that was thunder in a distance.
A little bit of thunder, a little bit of lightning.
Oh man, the thunder the other night was bad. I was up since probably 2 a.m. I mean, the lightning and thunder was horrible out here. No, I keep listening because I hear something out there. And I'm like,
Whoa, 2 nursing homes hit? Oh, shit. Ooh.
oh, wow.
Damn.
Y'all want me to go live with my phone outside real quick?
Oh, go for it. Go for it.
Look right there, guys. It's a tornado. Oh, wait, it's coming towards me. We'll keep this on until it gets a little closer.
300,000.
I used to get
300,000 views later.
What were those people? They're like tornado chasers. Remember, they used to go around driving.
Yeah, you mean the movie Twister?
Well, no, there was people that do that in real life.
Yes, I know. There's what do you call? Oh, storm something. God, I can't remember what they're called.
No, not storm chaser, storm tracker. So I can't remember.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm trying to pull the videos in around me, the cameras, to see if I can see anything out there.
Gnats.
Man, I see any kind of creature like a little freaking munchkin or a witch out there, I'm done.
Now you see some ruby red slippers flying around, you better run.
What is it called? WAS 11 camera? They have live cameras out here you can go watch. I'm just trying to pull it on my phone. I don't know if that's a big truck going out there or if that's actually no, it stopped. Okay. I mean, I can hear the thunder way out there along the river.
This is some must-see TV shit right now.
Louisville Metro Cam. I don't want Louisville. That's Indiana, Jeffersonville, Midway. If Fort Knox put it out, that's the bad thing. Although I'm listening to Fort Knox's weather too. I don't know where they get their information. Okay, here we go. Live weather. How do I make this big? While I'm looking down the streets in E-Town, there's a car. There's a truck. Oh, wait, I can hit play. That might help. Wait, if I go this way, does it make it bigger? It's still playing. Oh, there goes a car. And the flags are just normal blowing. There's some rain blowing. Watch, I'll say that. Next thing you know, I'll hear something outside. I'll be like, I think we got one, guys. Let me take the camera here and we're going to go outside. I'll log into Zoom off my phone.
There's your 300,000 views.
I don't know if I have enough time to change the title Live Tornado or something like that.
Just could tornado batshit crazy.
It was just someone's swimming pool car flying by. Oh, that's okay then. If it's swimming pool, we're good. Because that means the water's out of it already. So we're good. Oh, I bet you there's some YouTube channels that chase some storms, man. I'm telling you. Okay, that's thunder for sure that time. If I was on the phone with you, you'd be able to hear this. I think it's because of where my mic is and how I have it just directional to me. It's not the other way. Otherwise, you guys probably be hearing it. It sounds crazy out there.
Well,
really
you might
does.
have noise canceling on too.
Yeah, I have the background thing on too.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you may hear the pug snore, but that's because she's like directly under me. Man, back in the day when I was breaking, I can't tell you how often the pug was under me snoring and people were just dying laughing. Especially if I took a pause to go get more top loaders to go to the bathroom. You'd have comments, does he fall asleep during a break? No, he wouldn't get a bathroom or top loaders. Long break tonight.
Well, you never know. That card show may not happen now. That building.
Well, this is going on till 3 a.m. So we still got 4.5 more hours of it. Show starts at 9.
That building may not be there right now.
Well, I'm sure it'll be on Instagram or Twitter, one of the two with the shows. I responded to a tornado touchdown. Craziest thing was the front of the house was good. Lights on, etc. The backside was gone. Looked like a dollhouse. You know what? I've heard of stories about that too. To where it like rips off one side, like you wouldn't be able to tell it from the other. Oh man, that'd be funny as heck. Next thing you know, I see FedEx packages at my door. Like, oh, looky here.
Knowing you get
this
like
one's from Collector's Universe. Hey, then the next thing you know, I try to sell the card and I'm like on the scammers page. I'm like, it was on my front doorstep. It didn't have an address on it.
You'll be like this. You'll be like this. Sports card investor Jeff Wilson.
Heck no, I want somebody to sell some stuff. He gets a lot of 7s and 8s back. I want somebody who grades 10s. Oh,
platinum card breaks.
I would have to. Open? I could take the GoPro. I just got to figure out how to hook it up to Wi-Fi on my GoPro, and I could go out and attach the camera to this by Wi-Fi because I played around with it one night when I was I had on Zoom, and I didn't have the camera plugged in, but it connects like Bluetooth to through Wi-Fi, and it was connected to this, and it was freaky. But I don't know. I'd have to go find the freaking YouTube video on how to do it again.
I'm using my phone right now for Zoom, but I don't have my Wi-Fi on. I'm just using
but I don't think I could log in twice under the same name.
Might be able to.
Hell, I don't even know the password for this. It's stored in my computer, to be honest.
Well.
It's only like one of 13 passwords. I can get it eventually, but my luck will lock me out.
GG.
Man, that was crazy though, that FedEx dude, man, with all the packages. I couldn't believe it. I forgot about that too, the FedEx dude this week. Well, actually last week, kind of in a way. You guys know you could go on to the post office has a thing like where like
I see a white screen.
I can't do nuts. Tornado warning.
It's still white.
It says tornado. Wait, tornado warning. Come back here. Tornado warning in this area to low. Take shelter down the basement interior if you're indoors. Hey, hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go tell my mom to get her butt downstairs. I'm gonna turn the mic off. But if you see anything fly in the background, it probably means I don't have a back of a house.
Someone cue the Van Halen now. What do you think, guys? Do you think he's going to survive? I don't know. Let's make a poll. Let's make a poll. We're going to do a little bit of gambling right now. Let's do a poll. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. I got dibs on the Jordans. Just to let you know. I don't know. Really bought it for $25 just because she was walking in the snow. I don't know where your head's at to think that. You can do better than that. Yeah, you guys back east got tornadoes. We got earthquakes, and everyone's like, "Oh, I'm never moving out to California. You have earthquakes." You know how rare they are out here. We haven't had. We had one like maybe a year ago. I was sitting in the house, and my house, and all of a sudden, just went like this. But that was about it. Nothing fell, nothing broke, nothing out there. I go outside I go to my backyard, and there's my pool, and I just see the water squishing. That was it. Now, if you live where the fault is, it's a little bit different. If you live in LA or Frisco, it's a little bit different. You want his Ryan collection? That's all you. I'm taking the Jordans. But yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, I'm not going to Cali." Cali's fine. It's fine. Trust me, if I move back east, my ass is putting a bomb shelter in my backyard. Believe that. Oh, he's back. Dang it.
Hold on, I'm getting them all situated. I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, the Ryan rookie Venezuelan. Ooh, that's a nice one. Oh, good job, Nats. Come on, man. You can at least wear some shorts. Come on, man. I got to put on some gym shorts at least. Come on, man. You never know. You never know. Come on now. Yeah, you want a free ball, but come on, man. Gym shorts. At least that. Basketball shorts, something. If you ain't got none, you go buy a pair. Hey Nat, so you're done doing your channel, huh? You haven't been on in a while. You calling it a day for a little while, or you taking a break? I'm just here so I don't get fined. I'm still waiting for the plug to go fly across the screen. I am hoping to maybe try and hit some card shows this winter. With my work schedule and the way I work, I can never get to any summer card shows. So hopefully there's one around here during the winter time I can go to. If not, then I have to go to LA or something. And because where I'm at, I'm in between San Francisco and LA, and man, driving everywhere I gotta go. Oh, you got PSA coming in? Nice. Actually, I don't have any Trevor Lawrence, believe it or not. I have not bought any Trevor Lawrence stuff. I still like Lawrence. I still think he's going to be fine. We need better coaching. But I do like what he did for James Robinson. Stuck up for him and said he needs to be out there. He's one of our best players. I like that. He's not just going to sit back and take anything. He's going to let it be known what he wants to do. It's towards Benton, Kentucky. Hopefully not in your path. He's in Vine Grove, northern Minnesota. So I don't know exactly how far Benton, Kentucky is from Vine Grove. Yeah, back to Lawrence. Hey, you know what? I like that he wants to take control of that team like that. We just really need to get rid of Meyer. God, we need to get a new coach. Oh, you picked up stained glasses. Nice. You good?
Yeah. Oh, whew.
You okay?
Yeah. I got to get everything packed up. The sirens across the road are going. They're real faint. Up and down the steps like 30 tons. But yeah, they're blasting the stuff out there. So,
okay. So,
real quick, because I can't carry water downstairs and stuff. That's why I'm out of breath.
They said there's a large tornado headed northeast towards Benton.
Benton?
Yeah, Benton, Kentucky.
Okay. I'll have to Google it here. Benton. All right.
Yeah, he says, okay, so there is a large tornado headed northeast towards Benton, Kentucky.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out for it.
Yep.
But other than that, everybody, hey, I hate to cut this, but I got to. Other than that, I will catch you guys probably live next Friday. But I do appreciate it tonight. You guys stay safe out there.
Tommy.
Oh, yeah, I will once it's dead out here. Well, over. All clear. Once it's all clear.
Yeah, don't know.
All right, later.